Hey, today I want to talk about practice routines or practice strategies specifically. I think most people, when they start taking lessons or they start looking up lessons online, they hear that they need to practice every day and they need to practice for 20 to 30 minutes at least if they want to see steady progress. And while that's definitely true, in my experience teaching students, the level of commitment is definitely, it goes in all directions. Some people play only during lessons, and some people play an hour or two, like every single day, until they're a master of guitar right from the beginning. Actually, I've had students like that. And I think it gets complicated when people have a lot of other obligations and they want to integrate guitar into those other obligations, into that time schedule that already exists. So, yeah, let's address that. So the main principle that people are telling you when they're telling you to practice every day for this amount of time is they're telling you to be consistent. So in order to maintain steady gains in your playing, you need to be consistent with your practice. You need to play every single day. You need to play more days than you don't, essentially. Well, how do you maintain your consistency if you can't consistently play 20 to 30 minutes a day? You need to have a different strategy for those sessions where you can't play for 20 or 30 minutes. I'm talking about a practice strategy specifically for when you can play 5 minutes or less. So what does it look like to be consistent with a 5 minute or less practice routine? Well, you definitely can't explore new material in 5 minutes. And if you want to see continued growth over the course of a week or 2 weeks or a month or whatever, just practicing for 5 minutes or less, what you need to do is you need to play the same thing. You need to be consistent with your choice of material, basically. So if you're learning, let's say you're learning the strumming pattern to a song, you need to play that strumming pattern in your 5 minute practice sessions. In your 20 or 30 minute long practice sessions or longer, you can learn, other sections of the song. You could learn different tunes. You could learn guitar solos, scales, all that other stuff. But, if you're really trying to get, let's say, the one concept you're trying to hammer in on and really get better at is your strumming or your rhythm, then that's what you need to be approaching with your 5 minute practice sessions. Those are the times when you need to be just doing the one thing that's the most important to you at the time. And then, over the course of the week, just play through that practice. Just play through that strumming pattern during those days where you don't have the time. I'm mentioning 5 minute practice session, but really, a better strategy is to not even think about time during these short practice sessions. Think about reps. So let's say you're learning a guitar solo and there's a particular lick that you want to make sure that you're fresh on, or that you want to continue to improve on, even on the days where you can only play for 5 minutes or less. What you need to do is you need to isolate that lick, first of all, in your longer practice sessions and kind of have it memorized already, so that on those days where you're super busy, you can pick up your guitar and you can play that lick 5 to 10 times. And you'll probably be able to do that in 3 minutes or less, honestly, including tuning and plugging in and all that stuff. And you just play through the lick slowly, carefully, deliberately, accurately, 5 to 10 times, and then put the guitar down. And if you do that, let's say, you have 3 of those days or 4 of those days where you can't really play that much, you will still see gains. You will be able to play that lick better than you could at the beginning of the week. So that's my practice strategy for you. You need to have different strategies for different lengths of time that you play. For the 20 to 30 minute long practice session, I think everybody knows what to do. You do what was covered in your lesson. You check out YouTube lessons if you want, learn new material, improvise over backing tracks, do whatever it is that you like to do with guitar. In your 5 minutes or less practice routine, first of all, pick whatever's most important for you. So that could be that strumming pattern that I mentioned, or that solo lick, just a little slice of something that you're really trying to work on. And count reps. So play that lick 5 to 10 times. Play that strumming pattern 5 to 10 times. Make sure that you play it slowly, accurately, just to reinforce good habits, so that you're not, getting worse at playing it by developing bad habits in your short practice time. Because remember, we don't have time to warm up here. So just be deliberate, I should say. Playing slow maybe isn't entirely necessary as long as you're deliberate and focused with your playing. Cool. I hope this helps. Different strategies for different lengths of time. I'll see you in the next video.